Hello and welcome to Never a Foul. The gang is back together, but Man United coming back in their first game at Old Trafford 3-1.
You're right there, mate. You're struggling.
I am a little bit struggling. It's the first time back here.
Do you need a script?
I need a script. Anyway, Gvardiol unveiled Rasmus Højlund in the stadium, but is he injured? I don't know why. Something like that. Harry Kane, Daniel Levy completely ignores Bayern Munich. It's like, yeah, midnight for you, not for me. I'm off to a vacation in America. You guys can do that.
Bro, is this Højlund on the thing?
Yeah.
Bro, he's a weird looking nerd.
You know what it is?
You know what? He actually does look like he'd be a nerd at school.
Bro, look at him there. That's your gun, man,
I'm
yeah?
talking step one maths and all that.
Bro, if that's your gun, man, you're carrying Nerf.
Wow.
What? You think he looks different than Haaland?
He has a new
bro,
hairstyle
looks like a...
Haaland looks like one of them kids that's just always in like the isolation room for being naughty, innit?
Nah, yeah, he looks like one of the guys he's gonna laugh at every little joke.
My God, look,
he's Lenny from George and Lenny.
He went to public school 100%.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's what
there's public, you mean private?
Private, sorry, not public, yeah. Clearly, I didn't go to private school.
Hey guys, 256 already of you in here. Please make sure you're smashing the like button. Look, we don't even start streams of football talk. We're talking about what school football players went to. That's what we do sometimes on a Saturday.
I just don't like the fact that that tie is like he's stunning on us. Man's got the shades, the bucket hat, he's got the tan, he's got the muscle, and now he's got the fucking grizzly jersey.
Muscle.
Oh, clearly, look at him.
He's smiling now. Look at him. He's like,
nah. You lot stop making me blush, man.
Man said muscles. Bro, you can't blush. You can't blush. You're not me. You can't blush. You're not me.
Yeah, you can look at the triceps. There's that bit when it goes into your shoulder, isn't it? The shoulder blade of that. So you can tell me there's something. You
know the hats, bucket hats. Yeah, actually, I can't talk. I've got my hood up inside, so I'm going to stop talking right now.
Go on.
No, I was going to say, like, hats are there to protect, like, to shade your eyes, but then you've got sunglasses on, so, like.
But you're going to say I'm indoors.
Well, no, I was going to say, one, you're indoors, two, it's to stop the sun getting in your eyes, and three, you've got sunglasses on anyway, but then you could say, Daps, you're inside, you've got your effing hood up. So,
yeah, but to be fair,
with the headphones on the outside, that's true.
People don't know if people don't know how it works as well. Like when you got a massive like light on you, though, it does hurt your eyes. Like you
don't get sunglasses.
You should.
Yeah, and actually, I've seen that enough times on streets with sunglasses in his yard.
I wear hats and sunglasses. I'm just.
Hey, wait 1 second.
I'll repeat. I have my hood up inside.
By the way, we've got our first one.
Nothing I can say.
We all own this channel here, yeah, and we got Lord Shoop says, "Talk about football. Keep the F word out of your mouth." How about you get removed?
Who said that?
Did you just
Who said that?
Lord Shoop. I've never seen your name before. Don't tell me how to act on my own channel.
Hey, listen, if we actually want to come on our own channel and not mention the word football once, we will do. Respectfully,
we actually can do that.
If you don't want to watch it, you can F off. If we ask you to hit the like button, you have the option of hitting it or not. And we have the option of talking about what we want. Like Terry had the option of talking about football today. Instead, what Terry wanted to do was a whole show about rivals and just keep saying the word, but rivals, and my club's massive. And look how big Man United are, and rivals, bro.
Oh, bro.
It's true. Let me quickly, hey, Ed, by the way, I know we've got lady followers already on the channel, but we're a channel for everyone. So if ladies want to come over and watch the channel,
why do I have to act? Because there's women around? I thought there's equality in this world. If I want to swear, I want to swear. If I don't, I don't. Who cares? I'm not here to. I'm not. Who's trying to move the girls on the stream?
Well, we've got the Never Foul police on us today.
Trust me, man.
Telling us what we must do on our channel. Okay.
We welcome everyone, man. But yeah, guys, make sure you like up the video. Man United have won against Lenns today. The first half was shocking. Second half better. 3-1. We've got a game tomorrow. We're going to the first game against Wolves with a bit of confidence, but it weren't plain sailing, should we say. Daps is munching his toast because he knows that there was problems. Mo's got his gun fingers to his lip because he knows there are problems.
Reheated Dominoes.
Oh, Dominoes. Oh, they go. I have to do this. So I thought like I was like, I'm pulling down the rush hour slides. Cass, run up the membership if you want. Go on.
Yeah, man. Also, if you ain't smashed the like button, make sure you do so. That's exactly why the post is where it is in the poll. And if you want to become a membership, it is there, the silver tier, Fantasy Premier League. Become a member. You will see the code on our community page. You can ask us as well. There'll be a monthly merchandise given out. And also, like this one, as you can see, like Never a Foul. Like this is just a little basic thing that I've got on personally. And one chance per month to become on the panel show as well. So that means an hour panel show where it'll be 3 of you guys.
To replace Ty here, as you see on the screen. Exactly what you see on the screen.
Yeah. And also, there's a goal tier as well. If you want to see it, we're going to be setting up the WhatsApp group next week as well. So then, not my number. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to get a work number. And we can all have banner and everything, like the Twitter group, like other groups, like a Discord. It's just going to be on WhatsApp. I'm very active on that, so I'll be always around. And so with Daps time to time and everybody else. Mo is very addicted to it. And also, instead of 1 chance per month, 3 chances per month. So that'll be more chance to be going on the panel show with us, per month. So that'll be every week, maybe on a Friday or Sunday when we decide it, when the season starts. So if
you are a member, I have
YouTube,
set up the Fantasy Football League. So if you want to message the Never a Foul account or message me directly, TorrentMC_ on Twitter. If you're a member, I will 100% give you over that membership FPL code, and there will be a prize for a winner as well. So if you do win the FPL League, there'll be a prize. If you guys think you're all managers and you guys comment as well, actually, like your managers, then this is your time to showcase it. There you go.
Yeah, man.
And I was speaking with Cass yesterday, yeah. So I haven't done fantasy football for years because I just haven't really got time.
Roy Hodgson coming out retirement.
Oh, we have to. If this is one of the things we all have to. But I'm gonna try and do it with a twist. Like I might try and come up with the worst. I might try and get the lowest points I can get.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I don't know. Is that a way of saying that you admitting that you're not great at fantasy, so you want to try and con yourself?
Bro, I used to. No, don't get it twisted. I actually did like the 1 or 2 times I did it. I won. I won out of my league. I won it, yeah. But then after the next year, I tried to do it, and I just every Saturday at 12:30, I'd be like,
you'd miss the deadline. You get the barbers getting a trim, and you'd be like, oh.
I just sort of forget this. I miss it.
Hey Mo, I think you'd like it, by the way. If you've never done it, this is a proper you game.
It's just such a neutral.
I never played the fantasy football.
Yeah,
I know what it is. You pick a team. You pick a team, and it's based on points, right? You pick a team based on points.
I don't want Salah to score. I
will explain it to you, Mo.
That's the thing.
I don't want it to happen. I don't want let me see Salah score. No, bro. I want him to fail.
Liverpool will win 4-0. I'm just hoping that one of my players
hurts my head.
The thing is, Mo would be confused by the prices of the players. He'd be arguing with fantasy football, going, "Is that in euros or pounds? And what's the add-ons like?" Just drop it.
Mark, members only. You can join the
members only.
Or the gold tier is up to you. So if anyone wants to run that up as well,
all the members can get into the fantasy football.
Yeah, all members.
Yeah,
man. I can't wait to put like Anthony Gordon on my wing with Calvin Phillips in midfield.
Listen, people, there is about 550 of you here. We're not even in 200 likes. The likes are the bread and butter of this channel. If you hit the like, the channel will expand, will keep growing, and will keep bringing you free content. We only ask you for that, never ask you for anything else. Just the like button. This is how we expand. This is how we keep bringing you content. So please do that. I don't know. Talk about the football a little bit or no?
Well, we got a new
yeah. Well, I was thinking of a tedious link there from fantasy football. So we were just talking about, Calvin Phillips, and maybe he's not going to get you many points. Having a DM in, to be fair with you, having a DM in fantasy football's kind of void anyway.
Yeah, don't do that.
But then you were talking about maybe Anthony Gordon and how many points would he get you? And another one is how many points would Mason Mount get you if
are we going to shift into there? Because apparently he was very good to the. You know what, Terry? If you're watching this, or if you watch it back, I'm sorry, but I'm going everything against what you said. You said one. You said, you know what? Actually, Ty, let me get your thoughts.
Mason Mount
becoming a member, gold tier. By the way, big up Brown guys.
Big up.
I'm
giving Mason Mount.
No, not just on Mason Mount. You wax lyrical about Manchester United, and let's see what you say.
Oh, I'm not feeling too great going into this season. We need Amrabat. Like basically today, is the announcement of we need to sign Amrabat ASAP. That midfield got opened up so easily. And I'll be honest with you, Casemiro, Bruno, Mount, we want to become an energetic team. We're basically trying to do what Liverpool done a few years ago by being a high pressing energy thing. There's no control in our midfield. We're going to get sliced open by other teams. The first half was quite poor. The second half, Ten Hag gave them obviously a rollicking. They come out and they score 3 goals, but still, I'm not walking away from that game thinking, yeah, we're ready to at all challenge for the title of even mention that word. And then top 4, I think that's all we can limit ourselves to and try and get a cup. Like I'm a realist, man, in terms of, yes, I like the window in terms of getting Onana. We needed a goalkeeper. We've got Mason Mount because he wanted an advanced 8. So I'm going to back the manager in terms of that as well. We've got a striker in today that's also injured now. He's not going to be back for 3 weeks at least. So that's annoying. We signed him and he's already injured. And then we desperately need Amrabat. We need someone who's not going to treat that ball like it's a grenade. Like literally, we've got grenade midfield, and it's crazy. So I'll be real with you, man. Top 4 at best for us, and that means 3rd at best because Liverpool just haven't got a couple of signings yet. But me and Cass know already. When you watch today, the first half, we're gonna have some games where we just get beat by some teams, and the second half, we're gonna show that our home form. You know what we did last year, where we can score a few goals and then maybe win some games. But it's nothing to get that excited about. I'll be real with you, man. Like, how many
excited? You should definitely be disappointed today. Disappointed.
Yeah, that's what I said. There's nothing to get excited about. So that basically means
I heard that there is no reason to get excited. I mean, like, it's all right. Like, because I've seen a lot of people look at the result and say, yeah, we won 3-1.
No. Like, that's not what it is for me. First half, and I'm going to put it like this, and I don't know if other Man United fans will agree with me. I am in multiple group chats, or I chat to multiple people individually about the first half, and there was not one positive anywhere. I'm not even joking, like anywhere.
Couple. We'll talk about them, but
Garnacho, maybe, and that was it.
Couple of good things, and
he came on in the second half, didn't he?
No, he started.
Did he start? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cass, what did you think about?
Oh, okay.
I want to get your thoughts first, and then I'm gonna start
I just need a number 6.
Some questions.
I don't even know where to start. Yeah. So the first half was shocking, and I'm telling you now, we might as well go back to transition football as last year and put 2 in DM and go from there because these players aren't good enough. Yeah. Look, I know Onana got chipped, and it happens. If you're going to be a sweeper keeper, it's going to happen. Not every time, it's going to happen. But that was down to the low, and it's a simple pass. It's stuff like this. It's just I just don't rate the low in general. Luke Shaw don't look fit, and I think I think that summed up. So he has a good season and a bad season. It might be due that, but I don't know because he wasn't trying today, and I don't think I saw him go forward. I'll be real. It looked like he was just he couldn't be asked. Same old Luke Shaw, and I don't even want to be overreactionary. I have to call out Terry. RJ, I saw you in the comments, bro. So RJ, don't agree with me in this part because you was getting excited on the Football Terrace comments. Our midfield got open like the Red Sea, bro, with Moses and all that kind of stuff back with the Pharaohs in Egypt and all this kind of stuff because it was not good. Like Casemiro's stranded by himself and he can't do it by himself. You got no guy to run the midfield. When Amrabat comes and Kobe Mino's back fit, you hold him bench. Because guess what? This is on the manager. You spent 55 million in total on this guy or 60 million, whatever it is. I don't care. He's no good. I'm not saying he's just average. This is everything that Chelsea fans were saying. If Mason Mount put the ball in the back of the net, that's what we're going to do now. Bro, that was an open tap-in. There's no excuse not to. And I hit MUTV. Oh, it was a bit behind. Shut the up, bro. He missed because he's average. And this is what I'm saying, that I don't see how it's going to work with that trio midfield. It's not going to. It might overwhelm teams, the lesser teams like the Wolves. It will look good in probably opening day of the season, right? But it stinks, bro. Like, there's nothing wrong with the centre-backs I didn't find. I don't think there was nothing wrong with the build-up, if we're being totally honest. And then Rashford's laziness up front is shocking, man. He's so lazy, bro. And what's he going to say? Oh, it's down to an injury again. And I know he put.
Do you know what? There's Cass, a lot of men are arguing in my group chats already about he's not a striker and he's not a winger. He's like an inside forward, but we don't play that. So like he's always stuck. Some people will prefer him on the wing and some people might prefer him up front. But no one's ever gonna be happy with Rashford because we don't play that inside forward where like he can actually thrive because he's not really a proper winger and he's not a proper number 9. But he gets numbers no matter what consistently. So he's always gonna frustrate. But you know, sometimes he's going to get the numbers. So it's like he's a proper hard one with Rashford, isn't it? Because obviously he has been one of our main guys over the last few years. But I hear you on it. Like, he's not a proper striker and he's not a proper out-and-out winger. So it's like, what do you do? Because you're going to play him anyway because he's got a new contract on 350 grand a week. So
and he should play. Hold on, and let's be clear, he should play.
No, he should play. Yeah, definitely. But Daps, you know what I'm saying? He's one of them ones that every year people are going to moan about something about Rashford. Like he's never going to please everyone. Like because he's not a striker and he's not a proper winger. So
just another. Go ahead.
Last thing. So I want. Look, I'm a fan of a player, and I always wonder about the. Actually, no. Let me change that. I'm not a fan of the player at all. But I do rate Bruno Fernandes. I think he's a good player. Sometimes I think he gets unfair criticism by some United fans. But again, I've got to say, do you know Terry referred to him as a phenomenon today? A phenomenon. A phenom. At least twice he referred to Bruno Fernandes as a phenom and said, look how good he is in a good Manchester United team. Imagine when we're brilliant. Imagine how... is this me, or is that getting way too carried away with Bruno? A phenom.
And a dude that came on with him at the end, I don't know, raised so many points, but didn't land any of them, and he was just choking on his own voice, bro. Like he was like, "You're chatting bullshit, bro." Like honestly, I don't know how you look. The only thing I can say about that game is why does Ten Hag need to tell these players where to be on the pitch? To get a gear out of them, right? And then it was easy after. Anthony stayed wide. You know, Anthony actually played very well, I'll be real. I didn't see him in the first half because he didn't get the ball given to him. And Dalot wasn't helping him. Anthony was wicked. Touchline. I saw the wingers stay touchline and spread the pitch how you should be doing it if you want to play possession-based open football, right? And then Rashford decided that he wanted to start running. Bruno was actually very good in the game. I'll be so real. He was very good.
The pass for the Mount miss was.
I got told by football terrorists that Mason Mount was very good, not in the first, but he was very good. And I'm like, which part was very good then? His all-round game? Oh, he's pressing. Oh, is that it? Is that what we're gonna be? Right? I'm annoyed by that, and I know it's only a pre-season game, but I don't care about the result. It's about the performance, and
that's what it is. I don't care about it. I'd rather play sick and lose 2-1.
It's just annoying, and I'm trying to think of positive. The positives was the second half, but we can say that a lot. We can say that a lot about a lot of the games last year, right? One half is bad, the other half is good. And that's the annoying part. I want to see an all-round good game.
Don't you think, this was us all last season. First half was good. Second half was always bad last season. Not all, but 80% of the games, we always had a drop-off in the second half. Today, first half bad, second half good. We haven't actually had, I'll say more than 3 games where Ten Hag could come out and say, since I've been manager, we've actually had a good performance, 80 minutes plus. We've always had spells where we're good, but we actually haven't had like a consistent game where the performance first half and second half has basically had no drop off apart from 2 or 3 games.
So who's that on?
Both.
Hold on, Mo. 1 sec. I want Ty to answer that.
But no, both 100% Ten Hag. Some of that falls on Ten Hag's head. 100% he's not getting away with that, because if he's had these players over an amount of time that we've seen this happen, he should be able to make the right changes to get a better performance out of them, players for a longer period. If they're doing it for 45, why are you not doing it for 80? That's help. Managers should be able to improve that, and also the players should then take feedback themselves with responsibility and say, right, we need to make sure that we're doing it as well. So definitely falls on both. That's a good question.
Yeah. No, it's just because I look at it and I think there's definitely something there with the players, and maybe this is from previous managers that players at Manchester United have been able to not care for so long, right? And that Ten Hag's come in and he seems to be able to do something to make them care, which isn't good because they should care anyway. But he does need to find a way that, like, it's not just like, say, for example, today,
Daps, which is what you have and what Arsenal have. Yeah, it's consistency. And by the way, someone's saying why we're being so negative. No, if you're listening to what I'm saying and stop getting a bit too, I'm saying that there's been positives with Man United, but there's also been areas that we know we need to improve with the number 6, the consistency. I just said that we've played well for 45 minutes, but then the other half, we've not been that great in the last season. So I'm still giving a positive with a negative. As a Man United fan, of course, I want to aspire to be the best we can be. So I'm saying there's positives, but we've definitely got to talk about the negatives. And that's what we do on this show. So if you don't like it and want to just hear fancy stuff, I'm not selling you a dream. I'm sorry.
I think the other thing is that for me as an outsider looking in at your pre-season, I've seen some good things from you lot. I think you lot have played some good football. You've moved the ball. Some of your younger players have come in and looked really good. It's just you want consistency across 90 minutes. Because the second half, I think it was a good performance. The first half was so bad though that it's like we need consistency.
And when you play the top teams, Daps, like, or you play Premier League, like sometimes them other teams might not give you a chance to get back in the game. But I like the way we responded in the second half. I think you can take a lot of positives from that we were 1-0 down and the players come out, and Anthony, who's going to be under pressure in terms of rival fans and everyone looking at him, and Man United fans even wanting more as well, got a goal and assist. I just think Ten Hag, if he makes the right tweaks, we can do well. We showed last year our home form was really good. We've got to improve our away form. He's got a Højlund now, a striker that we've wanted, a number 9 that just thinks about scoring goals. We've got Mason Mount, which people have hot and cold feelings about. However, he's who Ten Hag wanted people as an advanced 8. So remember that Ten Hag wanted him. And a goalkeeper that we've all said that, will change the way we play football. So I want to see better performances than what we did last year. I just don't want the lead position changes. But yeah, guys, man, make sure you keep liking up the video. Mo, do you want to run up the likes and that and have your say, bro?
Yeah, there's about 750 guys here, and we're not even on 300 likes. So guys, hit that like button for us, please. The like button is a free button underneath your live chat. It looks like this. Make sure to hit that like button for us. I'm watching this game. I watched the first half closely, more than the second half, to be honest. I was working the second half. There are no positives in the first half for a couple of reasons, other than Garnacho's run and Bruno's long balls. I didn't know how you wanted to play football. Is it a transition-based football or is it a possession-based football? Because when you dispossess them in your half, you try to go long all the time and it didn't work because Rashford was late in the runs most of the time. Anthony wasn't there because he was defending. And I would assume that if you're getting a keeper like Onana, and you're dropping Bruno Fernandes a little bit next to Casemiro, you want to play a little bit of possession football, but you didn't. You opted for these long diagonal balls, it's fine if you want to play this way, because that's how Mount plays. The problem with Casemiro is that he doesn't know how to hold the ball in the midfield at all, which is, it stinks for me if you want to play possession football, having someone like Casemiro there. You'll need to have someone who is really good next to him, and Bruno Fernandes is very good, but he isn't that guy to actually control and dictate the tempo of the game. Mason Mount, for me, this whole Man United thing doesn't suit him, to be honest. It suited him at Chelsea when they had Jorginho, who used to pass the ball and do get the ball up the pitch slowly. But Mason Mount is just, for me, he was running like a headless chicken today on the pitch, to be honest. I didn't know his role other than crashing the 18. I don't know. You guys like Anthony. Anthony's too negative in that first half. Tried to go at the defenders, but then he's too scared to try that dribble, bro, and keep passing it ball back, which is what we're hearing, is that Ten Hag told him to try to do something. When you are positive like Marcus Rashford on the wing, you create something like Garnacho, trying to go at the defender. He is very negative, in my opinion. Yeah, works hard, runs, but this Man United team, listen, I praised you last year in the preseason, but as of now, I think Ten Hag is a confused guy. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what he wants. Does he want to be like Man City and have the ball all the time? Or he wants to play transition football quickly, get the ball as fast as you can to the forwards? I don't know. Because you cannot do both, by the way. It's not going to work. Trying to do both, I don't think it's going to work.
Do you feel like if he does, okay, this is my question back to you then, Mo, and I'm not saying one signing changes everything, but you know how everyone is screaming Amrabat? If we do get Amrabat, and you just said Ten Hag is confused, does Amrabat enable Ten Hag to become unconfused?
Say that again?
Okay, you said Ten Hag's confused, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if we do sign Amrabat, and I'm not saying Amrabat's the saving grace, but we do need a controlling or calmer midfielder. If Amrabat does sign, does that help unconfuse Ten Hag, or do you feel like
he does, because Amrabat is a position-based player, but that will push Bruno up. Listen, if Ten Hag is gonna be someone who is stubborn and has to play Mason Mount and Bruno together, we're gonna see the same thing over and over again. We're gonna, as you said, hot potato, as Hassan says always, in the middle. Nobody wants the ball. Everybody wants to get rid of it quickly, or run it, like launch it forward, let the forwards do their thing. I don't think it's going to work. I didn't watch most of the second half, to be honest. I watched only 15, 20 minutes of it. But I was just basing that in the first half. And I didn't like what I saw, to be honest. Like, other than Garnacho's run behind the defense. And is that how you want to... Let me ask you guys, is that how you guys want to see Man United? Get the ball, launch it long to the winger, and then try that every time? Is that how you want to play? Or you want to control the game a little bit, dictate the tempo? What do you guys want to see? Oli used to do that, by the way. Oli used to get the ball and just let's launch it to right. Am I not mistaken here?
They weren't control, really.
Yeah, obviously, I want to see possession football as well. I like it when we keep the ball, but at the same time, it has to be direct. There's no point having possession for nothing. But boy, man, never gonna happen with Rashford in the team, is it? So Garnacho, I don't know, man. I just think they can be better. But I think when Kobe comes back and Amrabat's in the team, you're gonna see a shift in midfield. It's gonna get forced one way or another, and I'll prefer it.
Do you know what's mad, Cass? How crazy it is that Kobe Mainoo is a very talented player. He came into the preseason, right? And you guys have watched a few games late at night in America, and everyone said that he brought balance to Man United at 18 or 18 years of age, whatever he is, yeah. Again, alongside Casemiro, yet now he's out injured already. People are like, we miss Kobe Mainoo. And it's not that Kobe Mainoo is exceptional, by the way. It's just a profile of player that helps Man United keep balance. And if you can't see that already, we look much more calmer and just much more as a team when he was in there. And he's only 18 and played a couple of games, but you could see what a different profile of player is. And look, since he's been out, Cass, like everyone's saying our midfield's getting run open. We're not doing this, we're not doing that. It just shows how a little one player can just help balance a team.
Are you guys serious though that you guys think that Kobe Mainoo will put Casemiro on the bench?
No. It was alongside him.
It's a joke.
It will start next to him. Kobe Mainoo will just get a little more advanced and probably
I'm on about next to him. It just gives you a bit more.
That's what I think. I think that's what's going to happen as well. Like we're going to have to probably see a game where that midfield gets exposed, and then it gets changed. Like when Amrabat comes in, I'd rather Amrabat next to Casemiro at this point. Like again, like because I don't want to see the Mason Mount. Casemiro,
remember, I told you this. It stinks, right?
It stinks, bro.
Yeah.
What's the difference between having Eriksen there with Mason? Okay, got a bit.
No. Eriksen is better. At least Eriksen last year used to hold the ball. You guys remember Eriksen at the beginning of the season used to help Casemiro hold the ball. I'm talking start of the season, about 3-4 months, which is good enough. It was good enough. You remember that? Eriksen at the end of the season, something happened when he got injured. When he came back from the injury, it was kind of like he lost a step. But I was talking to you, Cass, month earlier in June, and I told you this midfield, Mason Mount, Bruno, and Casemiro, he is gonna drop Bruno next to Casemiro. I told you that, and it's not gonna work. It won't work. Bruno will get the ball and launch it 50 yards.
It'll work at home. It's just away games that's not gonna work. At home games it'll work. Away games it won't work. Because I don't think there's nothing different. Like Eriksen's finished. The thing is, what you get with Eriksen on the ball is quite flawless. To be fair, like if you're being totally honest, it's a bit wasteful as well. But you can't deny it. But off the ball, he's a passenger. With Mount, everything off the ball, he's probably great at. To be fair, on the ball, not so much. You know. So this is just the way I look at it. And it's like, where's the guy that has both? I just want to see a guy that can keep the ball and press properly, like and not press like a headless chicken.
Yeah, I just want someone.
I'm finding it very hard to get positives over a performance from 45 minutes that was absolutely trash to a team that's just got into the Champions League that weren't so great. I wouldn't say they were threatening, but there was a lot of counterattacks where we were exposed. 1v1 on Delo was getting ripped apart. Shaw was getting ripped. Any decent wingers getting at them. That's what people need to see and not the scoreline. And that's why I can't give praise at this moment of time. I give praise that we came back in the fashion we did and we scored the goals. They were effective. They were good out of possession as well. Like it weren't exactly transition, except for one of them. You could say the Anthony goal. But yeah, man.
But let me tell you guys something I saw in this game. Do you know what the positive you're gonna get from Mason Mount that you won't get from anyone else? Is the midfielder that crashes the 18. Barella does that. Milinkovic-Savic does that. You know what I mean, Ty?
Yeah, arriving at
the guy, like when the striker is marked and there's a cross, here is a midfielder in the 18.
If the ball gets headed out, he's the one picking it up.
I'm not. This is gonna sound crazy. I'm like, I'm not comparing Mason Mount to Gundogan so people don't go crazy. But Gundogan, he's always in the 18 when the cross is happening. The problem with Mason Mount for me, bro, if you cannot put it at the end of the net, okay, there's no point of you being there. Which is, I think Ten Hag is thinking, I can make that happen. I can have him arrive late to the 18 and put the ball at the back of the net. but that loses value because your midfield cannot hold the ball. That can happen with someone like Rodri holding the ball in the midfield because that allows him. But Casemiro isn't holding the ball. That's the problem. When you have someone like Mason Mount, you lose a little bit in the midfield, but you will gain an extra midfielder inside the 18.
Yeah, I agree with that. And also, what you got to remember is, Mo, even though Casemiro is a defensive midfielder, he's there for his sort of destroying role. That's what he's best at and giving it. When he was at Real Madrid, we said straight away, I think on the stream together, all of us lot, when he signed, like, no one expect him to be the DM that's going to come in like a Michael Carrick and start doing volume passes. Casemiro gets the ball and he gives it. However, the people that he's giving it to, like you just said, are Mason Mount, who's probably best attributes are sort of arriving late or off the ball. Bruno Fernandes, arriving late, number 10, final pass stuff. He's not actually calm on the ball. So when you look at Casemiro, the profiles we've got around him don't actually complement what he's amazing at, because all he's going to do is give it, win the ball back, give it, and then we're probably going to give it away, and then he's just going to have to win the ball back, and then we're going to keep recycling the same thing over and over. So when he actually wins the ball at Real Madrid, he's like, right, I've done my job for 3 minutes. Cruz, Modric, you guys keep the ball, tick it around, do your thing, then I'll recover it again. But Man United, because it's just like a grenade in there, he wins the ball back, we give it away, and then he's got to try and do the same thing. And let's be honest, when you're doing that by yourself, it's tiring at 31 years of age and playing in the Premier League. I love Casemiro, and I think he's been a brilliant signing, but I just want him to be supported so we can get the best out of him. And it's the same we said about Enzo. Enzo is a quality midfielder for Chelsea on the ball, but he needs the player that he can play next to him, like a Casado, who can do the off-the-ball stuff, so then it's the perfect balancing pivot. And that's what we need at Man United. Like, it's weird. Bruno, Mount, and Casemiro are all good players in their own way, but putting them as a trio, and it's not quite what you want. It's not going to work. So it makes them look bad, and that's what it is.
And I wanna add something. Me and Castro spoke about it many times. That Onana thing on the ball. You cannot have players. I'm sorry, this hurts, right? Rafa Varane isn't a player for a high line to get the passes.
Oh, hide that. Sorry,
He doesn't know where to stand when the goalkeeper has the ball. Sometimes he's just standing, waiting for the ball.
I didn't see an issue with him today, to be honest. It was the
I thought Lisandro Martinez was always running to get to the right angle to create space. But also, you played very high line, and you gave the ball away like a couple of times. Forget the goal. There are a couple of times where you gave the ball away for like a short pass or not the right pass. They counter on you. It's a problem when you have players like Dalot today was good, but after that pass,
he's wasteful, man.
Yes, exactly. Like, he was good going forward, supporting Anthony, but I thought that on the ball in the defense, he was trying to play the wrong passes all the time.
It's him that gave the ball away.
I didn't see
He's the one who gave the ball away.
Yeah. And the build up for me was fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with the build up. I don't think Varane was no issue. The centre backs were not the issue today. Varane covered a lot because of the low.
Yeah, Varane scapegoated.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Defensively, he's immense. You guys know that.
That David saying in I think it's David, he's saying that Shaw and Dalot basically didn't get beat. Yes, they did. I saw them get beat a couple times. Shaw pressed when he shouldn't have pressed, and it was an easy 1-2 down. That's getting beat, by the way. That's being stupid. And Dalot, I saw the 1v1. The left winger gave him a tough time in the first half. And who was there to cover? I remember one that got cut across. I think Bruno had to run all the way back. I just don't know, man. It's a different system. And it's not, for me, it's just not preseason, because the performance has to, if you're trying a new system, your preseason.
Right? Can I ask you a serious question? Cass? Since Dalot's injury in that World Cup, he's not come back and been the same. In the first half of the season, he was sick.
Dalot is shit, bro.
Do you think this could be his last year at United?
No, he's not good, man. I'm tired of these fullbacks. I can't lie.
Probably.
No, up to Christmas last year, Daps was cooking. I know.
Oh, bro, I know. You were fully
up to Christmas.
Best fullback in the league vibes in that.
Yeah, after Christmas, he
has been crap since the World Cup.
If we're deep in the better fullbacks in the world of football, it's not Dalot, bruv, and it's not Shaw, it's not Malacia, and it certainly isn't Aaron Wan-Bissaka either. If we're keeping a real buck, they're not good, man. They're average. We have to gas up Shaw, because if Shaw doesn't get gassed up, he's a confidence player, bruv, and he definitely reads stuff like Maguire online, 100%. And I'll back Shaw, because you know what, he deserves to be backed at this moment. I just don't believe in our fullbacks, anyways. And if people say, "Oh, you're only saying this now about Dalot," I've had an agenda against Dalot.
You have even last year when he was performing well, you weren't too keen on him.
Other than build up, what is Dalot actually good at? Please.
Crossing.
Let me know. Don't say that. He's crossing.
He keeps it on the low.
I think Luke Shaw is good. I just think people obviously get annoyed with the frustration, but he's good. But none of them are getting into the top 5. None of them are probably getting into the top 5 bracket of, like, do you know what I mean, of left backs. But I would keep Shaw, and I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka is a bit like Kyle Walker in terms of his fixture proof. You just play him in certain games because you know what Wan-Bissaka is good at. But Dalot, I'm a bit worried this year if he doesn't pick up, because last year at the start he was good. It's a bit like and Malacia second season. I just feel like you're a squad player. You're never going to be a number 1 at United, and that's as simple as it is for the match.
I don't want to I don't want to rave on about this. I know there's a couple super chats as well. My bad.
Yeah, I want to do.
So no more Shortberto Carlos, no.
No, the thing is, Shaw at the moment he's all right. He's good, but he'll never be world class, and he'll never ever get there. Like, it will always just be a 7 out of 10. Sometimes he'll have put in a 9 or 8. Sometimes, yeah.
So he's now Shawbert Collins.
But it's just not it. Like, I like Wan-Bissaka because he provides what I expect from him, right?
Yeah. Right now, Bernardo Williams.
He's better, to be fair. Williams. Like, he's a lock-up guy, and he's special at that. The other players, Shaw, I think people realize Shaw's better at left centre back than he's at left back.
A fair point.
Yeah, I think him going forward isn't great.
Do you know what? No, but because last season people say Shaw had a good season, right? He was playing a lot of last season at left centre back, wasn't he?
He did play quite a few games there. Yeah, he played even against City at home,
and he actually played quite well there when he played there.
The thing is, for me, I don't get how our left back has the best first touch in the whole team, and yet he's still not great going forward. And he's actually got a good whip. But he doesn't know and that's it for the left hand side. That's it. He's just good.
To be honest, I think Luke Shaw has this lazy gene in him.
No, man. In the team, he's not one to get out of his own head. Like, if the team plays well, he will play well.
Yeah.
If the team's suffering, he will suffer, and he will be notably suffering. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. Let me do these couple of super chats, guys. I'm sorry. Michael here is Michelle is saying the team is playing differently. It's a different system. Definitely playing out of the back better. Work in progress. Yeah. The problem, my man, is that. How long is it going to be?
Not your man. Not your, just to be clear, it's Michelle, sorry, it's not your man.
Sorry.
I mean, unless Michelle actually, let's not even go into that mental world. But yeah, thank you.
No, Michelle, thank you for super chat. I think work in progress until when Man United fans wanted to see results, wanted to see a good results. I know that people don't go into that trap of Arsenal people when they say phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Man United fans. Which is Cass and Ty talking to them, even they said we want to see results now. We want to see the team play good football now. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I want to see good football. That's what I want to see.
I always said when Ten Hag
Michelle's right though. It's a work in progress though.
It's a work in progress, 100%. Yeah. I always said better football first, then the results will come, because I'd rather go and watch my team play good football and then I can see the progress is coming. Rather than we won tournament. Look, we won the Euros. We won the Europa League under Mourinho, and we won the League Cup that year. Mo, even though we won 2 cups, I didn't want that guy at the club. So it just goes to show how important having actually good football is, and going to watch your team lose or win or draw, but knowing that they're playing a style that's going to, get you off your seat, really. When Mourinho was there, we won 2 trophies, and I hated him.
Yeah.
So that's always what I'll remember for life.
Thanks, Michelle, for the super
CR7 Goat. I see your tweet about Bernardo. We're gonna come to
Bernardo.
I'm gonna see it. We know, if you guys don't know the tweet, you guys can read it. But I'm gonna come to that about Bernardo thing. But thank you so much. Have you seen Fab's tweet about Bernardo? I have, and we'll talk about it. As per Rio, both Dalot and Wan-Bissaka are better right backs than Ben White.
Wan-Bissaka is better than Ben White. They're both the same defensive fullbacks. If you're going to ask me what defensive fullback do you want,
is not better than Ben White.
No, right now Dalot is not. No, he's not. No, I'd rather Ben White. But if you're telling me, who do you rather have, Ben White or Wan-Bissaka locking up the guys?
Right, hold on. But you used something really important there.
Ben White's really good and comfortable on the ball though as well.
Around the ball these days as well. So.
But this is a thing that if you're right with what you said was spot on, Cass. It was clever what you said. If you want someone locking up a player, I agree with you. Yeah, if the fullback's job is just to lock up a player, I'd go with Wan-Bissaka. I think Wan-Bissaka is probably. Hold on, I think Wan-Bissaka is probably one of the better defenders in the Premier League, better fullbacks in the Premier League at locking up players 1-on-1. But you need more to your game than that, and I think that's what Ben White.
Yep.
Well, comfortable. He's more comfortable on the ball. 100%.
Yeah, but if you have a right back that is very good defensively, and you have a left back that his better position is left center back, okay, that's not. It's not gonna. It might not work.
It's not good.
It's not. It might not
But
work.
sorry, just on that, Delo is definitely not better than Ben White.
Yeah. Michelle, it's my wife's account.
It's my wife's
okay.
account.
Oh,
Okay.
so it was a man. So my bad. It was a man. It wasn't a broccoli. It wasn't anything else. It was a man called Michelle.
Just trying to point.
Or maybe
to
his
some
name's
positives.
Leon.
Agree about Dallo. He sucks. Well, yeah, I know. Some, I like fans who are like, they want to see the positives because it's just otherwise it's just all doom and gloom. You know what I mean? It's just
trying to do my best with Calvin Phillips, bro.
Yes,
Trying to do my best.
you have for the last couple of months. You have. He's fit. He's the first back in training, and then
he's a nice guy. Like I'm here saying, he's a nice guy. Like
the thing is,
them around your team. They're important in the dressing room to have nice guys.
I'm not saying that Man United won't have a good season because I still think we'll definitely. But the standards I want to hit personally, which I think because we have had whatever invested into the team and a certain. If Amrabat comes in, dare I say that even that flipping, guy as well that likes to score goals and likes to do other stuff as well outside the pitch. Other than that, I'm thinking like, Man United will have a good season. But where I want to hit, my standards have not dropped. I grew up on trophies. I grew up on good football and good transition football. That was style. That at that point was a style.
Bro, about 6 months ago, you had this little, maybe even about 6 months ago, you had this little thing you like to say. You speak fluent trophies.
You do. Of course we do. We've got to win another one. We've got to win another one.
All I'm saying is, bro,
another one this year.
I am. If you speak fluent trophies, I am bilingual in trophies, bro.
All right. That's nice, Daps. Do you want me to do a Terry and Sam? I've got. Don't matter. You're not
rivals.
Yeah. So can we move on?
Grown men talking about their club being bigger. Mad.
Move on.
This could all change though, man. Dare I say, Højlund and Amrabat could change everything, and then I'll be eating my own words. I don't care for eating my own words.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them guys that want to see stuff just to backtrack. I don't give a crap.
As football fans, that's one of my biggest frustrations as well. If we're negative on our team, like I'll say it now, I want to eat every single word I've said about Calvin Phillips. Right? I want Calvin Phillips to come through and I want him to outperform Rodri this season. That's what I want. Yeah, I want Calvin Phillips. And the same, Cass is a United fan. He wants he wants Shaw to become world class. He wants Delo to make, Ashley Cole look like an average fullback. Yeah. We do. It's not going to happen, but it's fine as a football fan. Ultimately, our opinions are less important than our club winning, right? Would we all agree?
For some people.
Daps, I'm with you all day. I'd rather get loads of things wrong on my club who me wrong and win. Facts.
Hundreds.
And I'll come on here and I'll be like, yo, listen, I said this and I got it wrong.
Yeah, real talk.
Facts.
Go on, Mo, sorry.
No, I want to get Ty and Cass's opinion. That's the last thing about the backlash on Onana.
He's got his stress ball back.
What do you guys think about that Onana, the goal and the positioning?
I
can explain it, but I'll be biased if I talk about it.
No.
I'm sure
he's real with you. I'm not bothered at all. If that's going to be one of my problems that he's been lobbed in a friendly, then cool. Do you know what? I'd rather it happen now than happen in a league game. So maybe that would just make him a bit more, should I say, prone or like idea. He's mentally he's going to be ready for it or more prepped. But I think that's happened in other games before. Just because it's happened to my keeper, I'm not going to get onto him. At the end of the day, like Dap said earlier, it's kind of we're still in that work in progress. But especially with that back four and Onana, it's going to be a work in progress because they're not used to being higher up. They're not used to having a keeper they can trust to just get the ball to them. They've been thinking De Gea, a mistake, or De Gea, let's give him every angle possible, and still things went wrong. So Onana is going to be a work in progress. That lob is not going to be something I'm worried about. Does that affect the way we play football and actually control games? No, that's the stuff I care about. He's been lobbed. Move on.
Oh, versus when you play, you know what Terry did say today? He was speaking sense on this, that if you look at where Onana was, if you're playing a sweeper keeper,
banana.
No, I called him Onana.
Someone called him banana.
All right. Look, if if you play a sweeper keeper, yeah, that's about the position they're going to be in, right? And he was saying, look at Edison and Allison. That's kind of the position where, and it's risk versus reward. Look, I've seen Edison come off his line before, come rushing out, and I wouldn't even say 9 times out of 10. I'd say 99 times out of 100, he gets the ball and he kills off any chance of an attack before it starts. But every now and again, risk versus reward, you'll be caught out, right? And that's all it was today. So look, it's unfortunate. Like me and Cass were watching it, yeah, and we said there were 2 things that happened today that were very unfortunate. Will get clipped up and will hit social media. First one is the Mason Mount one. Now that one, but that one exactly. Whereas this one will also be clipped up. The fact is, Onana got lobbed, right? But this one is a bit more like, you know what. His positioning, I don't think was that mad. It's just
it's an easy way to like.
No, it's on everybody else, but it's on everybody else.
I think you're with me in Daps. I feel like you think this is an overreaction by everyone. He's just been
I just feel it's like you're cringing. People that want to laugh at Onana, you're really cringing into something. Like, come on, Dalot gave the ball away in a 5-6 yard pass.
More focus on
5-6 yard pass.
Yeah.
And it was a brilliant lob. Like, I get it. It was brilliant strike from the guy catching Onana off guard like this. But what do you want? You want the like, if it was my team and my defensive line is on a halfway line, do you want my goalkeeper to be inside the 6 yard box? That doesn't make any sense. He was definitely outside the 18, but people just want to laugh at things, you know. Like, I would laugh at the Mason Mount as I laughed at the Nunes the other day. Like, to be honest, that miss, man, made me laugh because that miss was horrendous in my opinion.
I'm so glad that wasn't a league game. Like, that's
it's funny because some friendlies you have to watch with the actual like club commentary. So like, because some.
I was watching in Man United. Did you guys watch Man United?
He got himself into a great position.
Well, they can't be negative. You can't be seen to be negative on Man United's channel yet. And like Cass lost his head when they were like, "Oh, but the ball was a bit behind him." He was like, "Don't do that." This man is being paid way too much money to come out with, "Oh, the ball was a little bit behind him." Like, come on, man.
Brilliant.
Listen,
that's
respectfully, respectfully, I could have dealt with that, and I can't ball. So as a man,
it just happens, isn't it? You know when your feet just get tangled up, and it's like if he done that 9 times more, he probably scores. But it just happened. But I don't know,
Mason. I don't know. This is an interesting one.
We'll see. But that, guys, I know we're going to move on from Man United because I know we've done like 40 minutes on there. Keep smashing the like button as well. Still nearly 1,000 of you in here on a lovely Saturday. Actually, I've been told it's raining in there, but it's 35 degrees here.
So it's awful over here, bro.
Oh, that makes
it feel like it feels. It actually genuinely feels like late September, early October.
Okay, that makes me feel better, so I appreciate that. But now, guys, make sure you do smash a like on the stream. We're now going to talk about Man City and Gvardiol. That's been announced today. Been a long one, and like we said about transfers yesterday, sometimes like with Harry Kane and when they become long-winded, it's just like the excitement goes. But with Gvardiol, how are you actually feeling that? Because I feel like for me personally, when I look at what you've done with this new formation, you've got Nathan Ake, who played brilliant last year, the left-back, left centre-back role. You've got a Kanji and Walker that can play that right-back, right centre-back role. You've got Diaz, who's the central guy. You've got John Stones, who can do midfield and centre-back. I felt like you were missing that one bit of depth on the left side, and now you've got it. So you've literally completed the set. Is this the best defence you're looking at in the Pep era at Man City?
Bro, it's a great wall of Manchester. It's a great wall of Manchester.
Yeah,
look,
it is.
The thing is with this, it has dragged on, right? But the reason it got done is because Gvardiol wanted it to get done. Like in his interview, he said, "At last I'm here." In his interview, they asked him if he'd spoke to Kovacic, and he said, "Not really. I'm not being funny. I don't need to speak to Matteo to find out that I need to come to Manchester City. I already knew that." He said, if this club come calling for you at the moment, I don't really like, if a footballer isn't going to choose them, then what are they doing? He was like, he's made it very clear. He said, I'm at the best club in the world who have just had the perfect season. Like, and that's why I'm coming to join them. And he's, fluent English. You know what? The interview the interview reminded me of the Ruben Diaz interview when Ruben Diaz joined us.
Oh, yeah, I remember that Ruben Diaz interview. You came in, I was like, raw.
Fluent English, confident as hell. You know, I'm very focused. Like, this is about me playing, like he's saying, to play under Pep. And it's just for me, you know what? I love what Akanji did last season. Great squad player. Ake, unbelievable season. Ruben Diaz and Gvardiol, yeah, for me, is
beastly, man.
Well, I look, I can only say on paper because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But for me, that gives me like Rio Vidic vibes.
Nah,
like,
I hear you. I hear you.
So you're already saying that put Ake on the
hold
bench.
on, listen to what I said, bro. I just hold on. I'm already saying put Akanji on the bench for Gvardiol. Mo, come on, bro.
Sitting here and telling
me,
come on,
no, let's switch round, bro.
Come
let's
on.
switch round, Mo. Everyone's watching this, knowing this isn't what you truly believe in your head.
No,
let me ask you a question. Okay, cool. So you start Akanji over Gvardiol?
No. Nathan Ake on the left.
I didn't say Nathan Ake.
Gvardiol on the left. This is it.
No.
Akanji on the right side, next to Diaz.
Gvardiol's a left. You just said Mo. Stop. Yeah, please be consistent because you just tried to
consistent.
Okay, so let me explain how you weren't. You just tried to put on me that I'm trying to bench. Hold on, let me finish instead of going, okay, let me finish, bro. You just tried to say that I'm already trying to bench somebody for Gvardiol. Then you've listed a back four with Gvardiol in and the others in. So who am I trying to bench, bro?
Okay, so this is exactly what you said. He said Akanji had a great season last year. Nathan Ake was great, but Diaz and Gvardiol.
Yeah.
This is the war. What does that mean?
Okay, no problem. So
can someone explain to me if I say Ake?
No?
Okay, let me ask you. If I say Ake,
you just did.
Akanji, thank you so much. Okay, I'm not gonna repeat it again. Doesn't that mean that Ake and Akanji are a tier behind Gvardiol?
I didn't say Ake. You're bringing Ake.
Oh, you literally said Ake. You literally said Akanji, thank you so much. Great season, very good last year. Ake had a great season last year, but Diaz and Gvardiol.
Okay, well, if I did,
literally said that.
Okay, but there's 4 players in defense, Mo.
Okay.
So let me break it. No, please let me break it down to you. Ake left back, yeah. Then Ake for me, Ake, Gvardiol, Diaz, Stones. That's my Akanji holds bench. I'll say that all day long. Akanji holds bench, and that's what I'm asking you. Are you saying?
Okay, no. I am commenting on your sentence. It's one thing. You mentioned Akanji, you mentioned Ake, and you put but Gvardiol and Diaz.
Yeah, as my 2 centre
So that
backs.
means you are putting Ake and Akanji a tier below Gvardiol.
No, I'm putting Akanji a tier. Let me be clear to you now so you can hear it. I'm putting Akanji at very least a tier below Gvardiol. Yes, I am, bro. There's a reason why Akanji cost 14 million and Gvardiol we've just paid 77 million. So I don't think it's a wild take that I think Gvardiol is better than Akanji.
Never
as for
Ake, I never said that.
Ake hasn't really played as our centre back all season. He's played as our left back. So for me, that's what I'm going with.
Okay.
If you say Akanji
only, yes. If you say Ake, I say Ake had a brilliant season.
You heard wrong things, bro.
No. You literally said what
No.
You said,
you mentioned
Akanji
you didn't hear my pause
and Ake and said but. So for me,
next time I'll make sure that you can see the pause.
Yeah, maybe the comma. Maybe the comma.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'll make sure. But no, so seriously, for me, the whole thing is
Daps. Seriously, you literally said what I said, and you're trying to explain it.
Are we still hanging on that?
Yeah, because you're accusing me of trying to put a spin on it.
I love you too, man.
Bro, I don't know. You're trying to literally be the bad guy constantly. Like
no,
constantly trying to cause beef.
Because I'm convinced that at the moment, Nathan Ake should not be a little bit, should not be by any means below Ake.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Ake last year, if you're gonna start a left centre back, Ake should be there.
I agree with you, bro. I've just said who my left centre back would be.
Okay.
Right,
so we agree on that. That Ake is still.
The bad thing is that you've been round me, yeah. You've been round me, literally living in the same house as me for 2 weeks. Before that, we've been doing shows every single day. Now, let me ask Cass, how highly do I rate Ake?
No, Daps, you really rate Ake.
Very highly.
And Mo knows this. So why are you
absolutely? Because that's why I was surprised when you put Ake with Akanji, and you mentioned later
because I'm talking about the actual centre back partnership.
You know what? I'm gonna just listen. In there.
Sorry, Ty. Sorry, Ty. Hey, you MCFC protocol or whatever shit you call yourself. You don't tell me to shut up on my channel. If you don't like to watch, just get out of here, bro. You messaging me on Twitter, mentioning my name on Twitter when you clearly don't know how to speak English, and say, please don't tell me to shut up or I will kick you out of the channel. Never do that again, because you did that on Twitter before. No. He did that on Twitter before, and I told him, if you don't know how to speak English and you say the right words, don't mention my name or text me or DM me. Don't do that. I'll kick you out of the channel. Go watch another channel.
Right, I never see Mo get angry, you know.
A quick question.
No, this particular guy, because he DM'd me before and I told him you don't know how to speak English.
There's a quick question. How do I change my fantasy Premier League to 3-4-3?
Oh, when you substitute a player out and change it for you, does it automatically change it? Change a player out.
Yeah. So anyway, back to
you know what? I'm gonna quickly throw a spanner in. If Kovacic is on the bench, I think it will be Gvardiol, Diaz, Stones, and Akanji. And the reason I say that is, in possession, Stones will drop back into midfield. Akanji will play as the right centre back. Gvardiol plays as the left centre back, and Diaz plays as the centre back. That's what I think. That's when I think when you play what's it called, Stones into midfield and Kovacic doesn't play. But that's why you've got options now, because Daps' defense, Daps' defense can definitely run when Kovacic is playing, because then obviously you can just you know, do whatever.
The thing is that with Stones has played right back. He has played right back. There's a period before he started inverted where Stones was playing as a right back. Yeah, but the key for me, look, and it's very similar to last week at the barbecue where I was speaking with Arsenal fans about Arsenal's players, and I'd say who's better between these players. The truth is, you can rate your players and put them in a list of who you think's better. And I'll be honest, I still to this day, Akanji was unreal last year, but he's in my opinion, he's our 5th choice. But actually, at the moment, he's probably, as far as actual quality, he's our 6th choice centre back. Yeah, right. Laporte, I rate better than Akanji. Diaz better. Gvardiol better. Stones better. Ake better. So Akanji, in my mind, not in Pep's, because he starts over Laporte all the time, but in my head, Akanji's out, and that, by the way, just speaks volumes on how deep our squad is with defenders at the moment. But I'm not knocking him, but there was a reason we paid that for him and we paid that much for Gvardiol. So happy with 100%. That. The other stuff out of City is obviously Walker and Pep have been pictured or videoed out in Manchester together yesterday, last night in a bar, which is kind of, I read only one thing into that. That's a conversation about Walker's future. It has sparked in my head a bit of a question about if Walker could be captain next year, club captain, because he's I don't know, bro. So there's a few.
And I ask you, Daps, what would you prefer? If I said to you now, Walker or Diaz, what would you go with?
Well, if last season I wouldn't have picked Gundogan as our captain, and look what happened. So it's one of them ones where I can't go by, like, because my heart would say Ruben Diaz all day long, right? But then there's just little things I look at, and like, firstly, before the Champions League final, as in literally before they walked out on the pitch, Gundogan spoke to the players. Then Walker spoke to the players for 2 minutes, right? Walker's been one of our deputy captains for the last however many years. And then I look at the fact that he has captained us on our tour. And I do look at it as a senior player. He's our most senior English player, where we've got quite a few English players. For me, Walker's potentially Pep's best signing, maybe. Like, if Walker? You look at,
one of them.
Yeah,
definitely. It's under the radar just because he's not flashy. People don't put people like that in there. But Gundogan again, like I think he was his first signing. Him and John Stones.
Yeah, it was Gundogan. Gundogan was his first signing.
Yeah, and then John Stones, I think, in the January one. So look what John Stones is now becoming, which we knew, and Gundogan what he left. So yeah, really, when you think about it, a lot of Pep's players, when he's actually signed them and then said, right, you're going to play, they've actually had a very good positive impact. By the way, can I just say, I'm not going to get this super chat up from H. You're an idiot. I'm sorry. Don't be trying to send super chats in like that. And
no.
Get on to him. Obviously, if you want to ban him, do your thing. We don't care. As the owner of the channel, if you guys want to just ban him out there. But thank you for sending the super chat and the money. But I'm sorry, I'd rather not have the super chat than the message like that. Mo, just ignore him anyway. Just idiots. He wouldn't say it to your face, so keep it moving. But yeah, dickhead. But yeah, what's it called?
Ban him. Just ban him. Whoever see it, ban him.
I want to ask you. I want to ask you, Cass and Mo. Yeah. I want to ask you, do you think under Pep now, or even in the Pellegrini reign, Roberto Mancini and stuff like that. Do you think, Cass, this is the best?
Cass is doing fantasy football.
Is he? Okay, yeah. I'll ask Mo.
I can see it. He's focused picking his team now.
Daps, when you're back, when you're after the stream, just check his history and make sure he's not getting tips from these FPL websites.
Watching YouTube videos and that.
Thanks,
Sophia. Yeah, ban him, whoever he is.
Oh, big up Sophia. But yeah, Mo, on a real, yeah. When you look at Pep and what he's built in this team he's built, or even look at the Mancini era and Pellegrini stuff where they still won the league and whatnot, do you think this is the best defense as a collective Man City have had since this sort of whole Sheikh team came in 2008?
Yeah, 100%. The thing about it that adds to it, that I was actually looking at the squad now, it's that the fact that Cancelo is still there. I'm talking footballing wise. This team now, adding Gvardiol to it, has all the options to play any style of a back four or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, even if you want to change it to an attacking, one of the attacking fullbacks, just put Cancelo there and tell him to go forward, which is he did in the preseason, the game I watched with Daps. Cancelo played as a fullback and was going forward and trying to play through passes. So I think this defense, he has 6 center backs as of now at the squad, the fantastic center backs. Each and every one of them is top. Even like we start with even Laporte, who they want to sell. Remember, Laporte at one point was one of Man City's better defenders at some point. He was so good, and it hurts a lot when it hurts him when he got injured. In my opinion, I think this is the best defense I've seen for Man City, especially Kyle Walker, if he stays as well. Like, Kyle Walker, for me, is their best right center back. Just that speed, it allows everybody else to go forward freely, knowing that you won't be hit on the counter attack, even if you have a quick player. So for me, this has to be the best now with Gvardiol.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm with you.
But we do have to say it's on paper, innit? Because we haven't seen it together. And the mad thing is that before I saw Laporte and before I saw Diaz and Stones together, I would have said, I think Laporte and Diaz would work better than Laporte and I would have said that, yeah, Laporte and Diaz would work better than Diaz and Stones, but it didn't. So but I just think Gvardiol and Diaz, and the beauty of this signing for me is the age, and it's the fact that we've got a solid centre-back partnership for several years. Ake's just signed a contract extension as well. That's a good one. Obviously, the Walker thing, I'm hoping that Walker stays. I think, just to finish on that bit, the reason why I really think it might be important to Pep as well is I think Pep knows, like, I think at the start of last season, we did miss Fernandinho's leadership a bit, right? So with Gundogan going now, I think we do need to keep, your Walker there, because he is one of our leaders. And I think I'm beginning to sense what Pep likes in a leader is experience, right? Because yes, I do think Diaz one day will be Manchester City captain. My heart wants Ruben Diaz to be Manchester City captain. But I also get that Pep seems to like experienced leaders that have got us over the line a number of times and that know what it takes to win a league. And that's the thing with Walker. Walker knows, like, Walker can sit on the bench for 6, 7, 8 games, come in and give you a 9 out of 10 performance. No, that's the truth of him. So, and then obviously the Bernardo Silva news. We will speak on that quickly. So yeah, you know what? City have been saying it for a minute. I think the minute they deep the midfield market and how much midfielders to replace Bernardo Silva was. Even before that, to lose Gundogan and Bernardo in one season, I said at the start of the window, I'd struggle to see the club allowing that to happen.
I said that's not deflating the window as well for a player like him.
No way.
Silly.
And now they've come out and said, and we're not negotiating. Not, if you offer this much, they've said, we're not negotiating. Our stance is Bernardo Silva is a Manchester City player, 2 years left on his contract, the end.
Yeah. And do you know what? I like that he's not made a lot of noise either. He's been proper professional. You know, when some players like try and push for a move or say they're not playing or not going to go to training, he said, you know what? If I go to Barcelona, if they wanted me and they paid, then cool. If they don't, I'm going to respect City. I'm going to give 100%. Yeah. I'm even going to shave my head off and come with a skinhead attitude now. I'm loving that now. I see him cutting his hair short. Yeah. Like, he's doing his thing, man. And I like how he's professional he's been. And sometimes you might even see him have a great season just because he's been a lot of talk about him moving. He might just say, "Do you know what, City fans? I'm going to show you that like I'm actually willing
last
to be
year,
here."
bro.
Yeah, like he did last year, and he'll cook again. So no, I think it's very good for Man City. Your club, as much as I hate to say it, moves so professional. If you let players go, you know that players are going. It's kind of like everything's communicated. Pep has his replacement ready. You never see you lot buying players on August the 31st, and you never see you selling players like that. And City, that's why you're successful, because off the pitch you're just as good as on it, and I have to respect that, man.
There's very few rushes. It's almost a case of, and I've seen it a few times where it's, if we can't get the players that we want, then we don't go and shoehorn someone in. We go, no. Let's go and look at who's out there. And I think also the last other big news from City. It's not that big, but to me it's quite big. Is that Pep's assistant Lilo's back at the club, and Pep spoke on that and said he's the one guy that is the best assistant or coach I've had round me when times are hard. When we're going through a bad patch, he's the good one to have round me. So look, I think that's going to be a really important one, him coming back in as well. So yeah, it's, at the moment, to be fair, it's all good news coming out of City. I do still want a winger, but we'll see on that one. We'll see on that one.
But people, there is still 800 people. Hit that like button before you go. But that's it for us today. We'll
Great show.
have the evening debate tonight at 10, if I'm not mistaken.
We do.
And we'll have a good one for you guys. Hit that like button for us, please. If you are still here, and check out the membership, the tiers, the new tiers of the membership. Hopefully this week we'll start doing these shows with the people. So start getting your names in. If you want to be on the show, a week with us, you get an hour just to talk football with us. And we'll see you guys tonight again. And we're out of here.
Big up.